Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk us through on how to use the employee timesheet and payment template. Now, this is how it works. For HR that actually have to get the specific number of hours a client or a staff has worked for the day, and also eventually get a submission and a pay for that particular number of hours at the end of the month, this template is for you. Now, this is how it works. Now, it contains basically two sheets: the database and the employee timesheet. Now, in the database, we have the employee name. So this is where you enter the name of the employee. For instance, a new employee is coming up, so maybe you can just type the name of the employee, maybe something like Samuel Jackson. So with this done, that is the name of the employee. The department of the employee, you can just put the department, maybe HR or whatever department. Then the direct manager of this particular person, you can put the direct manager of this particular employee. The joining date, just hit the joining date of this employee. So let's say this particular date. Then the start working time. Let's say the start work time in this organization is 9 a.m. So what you do, just come to this place and you type 900 to represent 9 a.m. Okay, the next is what is the regular working hours for this particular employee. So let's say this particular employee has a regular working hours of let's say 10 hours. Now, the next is what is the pay, what is the negotiated pay for this employee. For the regular work hour, these values are actually in dollars. So if we didn't actually put the currency here, so in your own situation you can adjust this to suit you. So let's say per hour we're paying this employee $45. Then for overtime, let's say we pay this employee for $60 per hour for overtime. So this is basically how to fill the sheet. Now on this other side, you don't need to do anything here. This is where you have the years. So this is basically 2015 down to 2030. So when you can actually change this date to the future years for yourself, just to suit your need. This is the month, basically is January to December. The days of the month, the maximum is 31st and the minimum is 1st. So this is just basic, just leave it this way. And for the weekends, you can adjust your weekend here. We have these various kinds of weekend. So if there is no weekend, you leave it this way. If the weekends are Saturday and Sunday and Monday, this is just weekend. Now if the weekend you have in your organization is not here, you can adjust yours to fit what we have. In this case, if you have 2 days for weekend, use this format like Monday and Tuesday as the format. But if you just a single day, just like this format, Thursday, just put Thursday only. So I trust you will understand how to use this database sheet. The next is to come to the employee sheet itself. So this is how the employee sheet looks like. So on this sheet, if you can print the employee timesheet and also the payment for the end of the month out. So to do this, what we just need to do is we can for the employee name, any name of your choice. This is just a sample employee for now. This is Ahmed Saad. Based on what we have here, is the first person or one of the person on this list. There's a guy here. Now for come to this place, you can see the details of the person. This is a name. This is the supervisor. This is the department rather. This is the supervisor, and this is the joining date. These are all completely automated. I'm going to show us with the sample of the one we're working with now. If you want to prepare, you want to get the timesheet and payment details for a particular month, the year, you can just put year here, the month and the day. Now the weekend also, you can just put it here. So for the start time, this pops up automatically. The regular hours based on what was set, it will come up, the pay per hour and the overtime pay, and all these basic details will pop up automatically. Now for the weekends, if you want the weekend to be paid as overtime rate, so you just need to tick this box. So having said that, let's say the new guy we just added. Now we click this particular button, you click on this drop down, you search for the new guy you just added, which is Samuel Jackson. You click it. As soon as you do that, you will see the department, which is HR. You see the direct manager, Josh Mensah. You see the joining date all coming up automatically. I want to prepare for the month, okay, for a particular year, let's say 2025, and like I said, if you want to change the years, you can change it. So let's just keep it as a 2025, and for the month, you can change for any month of your choice. You can prepare for any month. This is a month, so if you want to go with June, you can just still go with June as well. So the start date, let's say you want it to start, this is starting from the 1st, this is the date. If you don't want it to start from the 1st, maybe from on the 2nd, as you immediately change it from the 2nd, it changes this way. So supposing it's on the 1st you want to start from, just keep it first here and it will come this way. Now, what is the weekend in your organization? Is it Saturday and Sunday? Saturday and Sunday has been picked already, but if not, you can pick the weekend that actually suits you here. So just hit Saturday and Sunday. Now, if the employees are working weekends and you want to pay them overtime rate per hour they work on the weekend, you can just tick this box. But if you want it to go with a normal flat rate as weekday rate, you can untick this particular box. Okay, so let's tick this box so that weekend pay will be taken as overtime rate. So we click here. Now you also observe that the start time for this employee came up as 9 a.m. in the morning, and the regular work hours is 10 hours. So the regular pay per hour is $45 and the overtime pay per hour is $60. So at this point now, you can now feel based on the times the employee appeared for the month. So from the 1st down to the 30th, now June has 30 days. So from the 1st to the 30th, you just need to fill in the days, fill in the time and the number of hours the person works. So for this particular one, so we want to assume that the person resumed the work 9 a.m. This is the start time. So let's say the person resumed correctly 9 a.m. and this is when the person logs out. So if the person resumed this time and logged out, this is 22 o'clock and that will be 10 p.m. The total number of hours the person has worked will be 1 plus 9 plus 3. This will be 13 hours. You can check this out. So from 9 a.m. to 21 o'clock, that is 12 hours altogether. So to 22 o'clock, that will be 13 hours altogether. Now the number of the break hour is actually 1 hour by default. Here you can change it. So if the break hour is 1 hour, so it means this 1 hour will not be paid for. Now it's just the working hours that will be calculated. So what it simply means now is that for the working hours, the person spends a total of 12 hours. Now 9 hours to be the work hours, then anything above that will now be overtime. The break hour is calculated within the work hours too. So this is 1 plus 9 to make 10. So but the payment will be for the 9 hours. Then for the overtime is 3 hours. So whatever is left after the subtraction of the break time and the working hours automatically become the overtime spend. So the template is automated already. So if you manually calculate 45 times 9 plus 60 times 3, you have 720 as the answer. So this is for the first day. Now for the second day, let's assume this person did not resume 9 a.m. If the person resume, let's say 11 a.m. Before I hit on enter, observe something. This is okay, it was 9 a.m. before and the person closed 20 o'clock. So it was like 2 hours deducted, like 2 hours different from the previous day. So that is why you are seeing here as 1. Now if the person resume, let's say 11 o'clock, let's hit enter, you will see this will change. 1 hour as default as the break time. So this is 7 hours work. A total number of hours from 11 to 20 o'clock is this plus this plus this. That will be 9 hours altogether. So out of the 9 hours, 1 hour has been taken for break. So with that 1 hour taken for break, what is left is 8 hours. So 7 hours. And take note, 7 hours is for the work hours, then this is the overtime. Now the reason why 7 hours is common is because this guy is expected to work 10 hours. So since he resumed 2 hours late, so it means the work hours he has left for the day will be 8 hours. So this 1 plus 7 gives 8. So out of what is left is this 1 hour. So the calculation has been made already. So this is basically how to fill it. In summary, you can change for this particular guy. you don't need to change anything here. So what you can just change is the login time, the logout time. You can also change the break. You can change the break if there is no break at all, but I don't think somebody will work for such number of hours without resting. So if there is no break, you can just go with 0. Then after that, the next is the work. This place you don't need to do anything, is automated. Here as well is automated, and this place is automated, so you don't need to do anything there. So once this has been done, the total will be calculated, so you can fill all through, and at the end of the day you will see the total number of break hours observed for the month, the total number of working hours for the month, the total number of overtime for the month, and the total pay this person is going with at the end of the month. This is $12,765, and that is going to be a large money. Okay, now take note, this overtime, like this weekend, now these are the weekends and the person is still working. So because we take this place, the rate here will be used with overtime rate, but for untick it will go with the default rate of a $45 per hour. So I trust you understand this concept. So if you want to print this, you can just press Ctrl P to print, or you use this macro here. This is Ctrl P. You can just print this and hand it over to the staff, so that the person can also cross-check what they have earned for the month. I trust you understand the concept. If you want to also clear as well, you can use this to clear, just to start afresh. So that will be all for this particular video. Thank you very much, and bye for now.